Meta Monday? Wait, it's not Monday already. Oh, fuck! Oh, god damn it! Oh, shit! I missed Monday too. Oh, man. It wouldn't be Tuesday or Wednesday without a Meta Monday video to watch. Yeah, that's true. I don't know, I did Meta Monday on time last week. I don't know, guys. I'm just like, I've hit this weird point in my life where it's like, you know when you're trying to start your car and it's just like sputtering and it just won't start? It's like stalling out. That's kind of me in my life right now. Midlife crisis. I think I might be hitting a midlife crisis. I think those are happening like earlier and earlier these days. Maybe that's it. I don't know. Quarter life crisis? Maybe. I don't know, guys. I just can't tell you. Third Tavern Bros? Yeah, his card's nuts. Yeah, that's worth it. Pretty straightforward. So this is the deck we were playing yesterday. Is the deck tracker working here? Yeah, it should be working just fine. Yeah, this is the version we were on yesterday. It was actually working quite well with the Threshes and the Tryndameres. I was quite liking where we ended up. Yeah, it's always better to do this, honestly. Just because, you know, we have the other Glimpse. We'll probably draw into, like, a way to pop Keeper even if we don't want Glimpse, right? There's gonna be, like, plenty of options that we have. Alright. I don't know, glimpsing this is kind of throwy. Yeah, this is kind of weird. In no way is this better than Kalista Sejuani. Really? I don't know. It was feeling better. Have you tried it?
These woods protect their own.
Down to 3. Yeah, I might have to glimpse at this point. I don't think we can beat a single combat here. Your hand feels really bricked. Yeah, my hand is bad here. Only Fiora can see me now. Huh? Whoa. That's weird.
The chains, they never stop.
Okay. Sure. Your big forehead turns me on. It's coming out. Yeah, finish me, daddy, do it. Ooh. Alright, no problem, man. On 6. Yeah, I mean, I don't expect to win this one. We do have a pretty terrible hand this time. Seems like it's slower than BBG's, but faster than Alan's one. I like it. Yeah, I think that's a good way to put it. Honestly, yeah. Sure. It's a bit slower. I haven't actually seen, like, Alan's version. Yeah. Fury is just kind of like trolling here. I'll get better mileage out of that later. I think I have enough comeback here. It's like, this is a pretty terrible situation, but I still feel pretty in charge. Okay, that's kind of memey. It's like, I don't think he's going to be able to power us down. He's down to like a 3-card hand, and we can just keep healing up more. So, I'm not really like too concerned with anything happening here so far. Yeah, honestly, I don't mind just playing more Tavern Keepers. Here, we don't really need to be, like, healing face or anything like that. We have enough mana for Fury the North. Potentially enabling an attack. He's got a decent blocker now to our attack. It's gonna be okay. It turns into like a 3-4. We're not really getting that much value out of like swinging in, so I think I'll probably just chill. This looks good. Hey Swim, much love from Morocco. You're my favorite streamer along with Mogwai. Keep doing what you're doing. Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, we're just passing here. I'm pretty happy with this. And Ellen also puts a 1 of Sejuani. He doesn't have Endure, just Thresh, Tryndamere, Rekindler, Mist Atrocity. Huh, okay. That's interesting. Yeah, I mean, I quite like this version. Like, everything here feels pretty solid. Okay. That was kind of a weird attack, honestly. I don't know, I think that attack is like pretty expensive. All he's doing is like trading into Spider, but lets me develop a card. I don't know if that really can be worth it. Okay, so he's gonna try to take down Thresh with Bird plus Chefs. We have Fury there, and then hope he doesn't have Repost. Very likely he has Repost here, but we can't play around it. The nice thing is like we have Chefs off of the Tavern Keeper. He might switch Shen to the Chefs for that reason. That's the one consideration. Does he want to Shen Chefs or the Protege? I'd probably Shen the Chefs. I don't know. I guess they're pretty close.
No one goes hungry. I've got meat bigger than you. Look out for reasons.
Okay, this feels good. There's only 3 deaths getting triggered, so we're only going to be at 3 out of 6, which is a little low here, but we might be able to flip it next turn, actually depending on what we draw. The nice thing about this Fury into Repost exchange is like Repost will keep his card alive, but our Thresh will actually still survive at 1, because Fury is just a better card than Repost. That feels good. Neat. Yeah, I actually don't mind that at all. He used, like, the entire Repost just to set my guy to 1 HP and save his, when, like, HP doesn't really have an easy time mattering in this matchup very much, and it's, like, 1 extra tool in his hand. Oh, and he's got a tracker. This is going amazingly for me. He's, like, down to a 1-card hand. He's, like, on, like, cheap tools, and we're never running out of resources here, so yeah, this is perfect. His card kind of has to be single combat, but at the same time it has a really hard time being single combat. Could just slap a Tryndamere here. We're not going to get the Thresh level up in this case, and that's okay. We can at least like threaten the Shen, which is not bad. I don't know, Tryndamere does start controlling things. It is kind of like a little slow compared to something like Keeper Glimpse. Keeper Glimpse can actually like lose games to something like a single combat though, which is, I think, not great. You also have to play around Brightsteel Protector. I think that's the scare card here. Or Formation. Man, I think I actually do just play Tryndamere. I think this guy's just really manly. I think I'd probably just do this. If he just gives something a barrier at the Shen will level, that's not good enough for me. Just like solo attack. Yeah, I'll do this. That's okay. Just imagine he'd be at 8 health without those Tavern Keepers. Yeah. No, I think this deck's pretty good. Like, I don't know. I think that if it looks to you like this deck has to be worse than Callista's Edge, then you like it's likely you haven't seen like in the past when this like very similar concepts have been very good. Okay, so he has the scare card, the Formation, super scare card in this case. We should still be good over this, I'm thinking, but I guess it can depend. I guess the best play is just gonna be like hapless here. I mean, we're just kind of like stalling to the Hunter. I don't really see how we can win. It's like, this is like a funny meme that he's shoving down our throats, but I still don't really see this turning into a win. That'd be a little tricky here. Should be dragging Thresh to the left side. He's gonna pull these back and then put Tracker on the left or something. Okay. Not that it really matters. Yeah, I mean, his deck just doesn't really have, like, reliable ways to be closing out a game like this. Like, this is all well and good, but, I mean, we're totally fine here. Yeah, I mean, I'll just save Glimpse for Keeper. If he has Relentless Pursuit, you're in trouble. Yeah, it could be Pursuit, could be Purify. That's another card he could possibly have. This Shen Brightsteel deck tends to not run either. But yeah, it could be. Okay, so, I mean, we have 13 mana. We're gonna be 1 surplus over Enter plus Atrocity, which here is perfect lethal. We don't really need it to be. I mean, he can't really heal or damage us. Single combat on Big Boy. So that's the play around. It's like repost into single combat is nasty. That is interesting. Man, oh god, is there a consideration to slow play this? Am I not supposed to try to set up a kill this turn? That's so crazy, but it might be true. I might need to play around repost plus single combat range. Because the thing is, repost will give it, what, +6 because of Shen? Which puts it to 15, so I might need to trigger 4 more deaths to play around repost plus single combat. I think that's actually safer. I think it actually is, guys. Am I missing something here? As long as you don't kill your blockers, it's safer. Play around Deny. Yeah, there's Deny as well. Yeah, Deny is very possible. And Deny means you're keeping the blockers up, basically. So you're just like going... So you actually like might be forced to slow play this then. He's giving up his formation, that's kind of interesting. Oh, man. Oh. I mean, I probably do have to Atrocity this, unfortunately. Like, he will open attack and threaten it, which feels so bad. I don't know, that was a weird turn. Could we have played that differently? Attacked to force will. So it's like, let's break down everything that happened there. So you have to see the game for just like the pure probabilities that it is. Because we put ourselves in a bad situation there. It doesn't matter that we won. Fuck the fact that, like, that never makes a difference. We put ourselves in a weaker situation than we should have been. I think. It certainly felt like we were ahead there. And then we had to basically just hope he didn't have Deny or Will. Which he could have easily had. But there's no way to play around that. Because, okay, so the first thing, you're always looking at, like, you're always looking at the probability of, okay, if he's got Deny or Will, you have to ask yourself, can you play around that? The way to play around it is to drop Sentry and then pass. It goes to his turn, he open attacks, you are forced to Atrocity because he's representing lethal, and then he wills or denies anyway. It turns out the same, except you give him an extra out, an extra draw, to that deny or to that will, which I don't want to be doing. Especially since Redeemer went off, it increases his odds of drawing it. So, what that means is we're forced to use the Atrocity there on the last turn. So the question is there a way to have beaten hands that are will or deny? That's the question. Could we have beaten hands like will or deny? You're thinking too much? I don't think so. There's a lot that went on in those last couple of turns in terms of like the correct turn. No, you couldn't have beaten a hand like will or deny. Because, well, the one thing, of course, is, like, playing the They Who Endure before the attack, right? We could play, or maybe do something weird like Croc into They Who Endure. That was on the table, by the way. Croc into They Who Endure for a 14-14. Swing in, you're tapped under Atrocity, but you have the re-Atrocity next turn, right? That's not necessarily bad. You're still losing to Will, but you might be able to make Deny a bit more awkward. I don't think you can beat Will or Deny there, not in that circumstance. If you don't attack, now here's the final question. If we don't attack in there, and we can set ourselves to survive an extra turn, then suddenly we can beat hands that have Will and Deny. And the reason is because we can force them to Will first, and then Atrocity with Endure. Or we can force them to lose with a Deny because they can't stop anything. And that leads me to the conclusion that 3 turns ago, I should have slow played it. Do you guys remember when I was in that spot where I was like, oh god, am I supposed to slow play this? It looks so weird. It looks so weird to do that, but I think I wasn't supposed to play They Who Endure at all. I was supposed to just play more chumps and just wait. Which, the downside of which gives him more draws into those counter cards, but in reality, those are minor odds. He can't represent lethal. We can't be in a hurry. We just have more chumps. As soon as my They Who Endure gets to, like, a pretty big size, it would have to be like an 18-18, but it would get there really fast, because we'd sacrifice like 6 units of chumping a turn, right? It'd get there really fast. As soon as it's like an 18-18, suddenly we beat those hands. We beat Will and we beat Deny. And that's what needed to happen there, I think. Right? That's where we misplayed. It wasn't on the last turn. I think we painted ourselves into a corner. We had to do that on the last turn. But we were actually supposed to just wait that entire time. I don't know. And I think that's really that's really important to think about. I wouldn't say I know a lot of you guys are just saying, "Oh, Swim always overthinks," but like we misplayed that. I know it looks like you might say, "Oh, but we just won. Why does it matter?" But that shouldn't make sense. It doesn't matter what happens. It matters what you did, right? And we played for less odds than we could have. We were supposed to slow play that.